Today on the channel, guys, Financial Forecaster is back, and back with two new stock picks. We have the renewable energy sector in Canada. We have two small cap stocks. One of these stocks I already own a position in, and one of these stocks is going to be averaging in next week. Which one is which? You'll have to watch the video. Hit like and subscribe, because today we're covering Xebec Absorption and Greenlane Renewables, and I'm not missing out on this party, and I'm not missing out on our future. So I'm bullish on the company, bullish on the stock price, and I'm bullish to get rich with you guys. So Financial Forecaster, let's get it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, I'm gonna be the first person to tell you that I was late to this party. This renewables party, you think about your utilities and your solar panels and all of that. And people for energy output are always like, put it into oil and big energy. But I had completely put off the understanding of the liquid natural gas renewable segment. And this was not only my mistake, but if you're not into it, it might be your mistake too, because this segment is seeing monster gains. So that's why within 3 weeks ago, I started averaging in to Xebec Absorption. Now, I'm only gonna tell you guys about stocks that I'm personally buying or holding, because you gotta have some skin in the game to keep that opinion honest, am I right? So, Xebec Absorption, I started buying it a couple weeks ago. I held a position at about $10.30, and it's seen a dip since then, and I have been buying over and over. If you're late to the party in one of these stocks that has already started running and you still see a path for future profit from these stock picks, then you have to average. I'm averaging, and if you guys want to get the best price for your buck, then you average too. But I saw Xebec, and there they give the technology, the means, and the equipment to mass corporations and institutions to be able to convert fuel to renewable hydrogen and natural gas. This is monstrous. Just with the electric car boom, this is going to be a wave of how the economy, how the environment, and how the world's gonna move forward. But I can't just have it in one company. Any key diversification plan will not just try to grab one company. You're not just gonna have one utility or one bank. Worst case scenario is you have two, and I'm gonna stick to that worst case scenario, and I'm gonna grab a second one. But I've been looking around. I've been looking all around the TSX venture, and I've had some aversion to this stock because I saw it running. But as you're in the stock market, you're going to start noticing people are grabbing onto those runs, and they're holding on for the entire ride up. And if you're not one of those people who are comfortable buying stocks as they go up, you're gonna learn eventually that you're gonna want to, and eventually you'll be able to grab one, learn how to get in, learn how to get out if it's one of those kind of stocks. But Greenlane Renewables, that is a company that I have completely been blown away by. I love Xebec, and I love what they're doing, and I love their exposure to China and Europe. That is very important to me. But I didn't know the giant backlog of Greenlane. I didn't know the discounted price compared to Xebec. Now, I'm not saying don't buy Xebec or don't support this company, because this company is going to be a powerhouse going forward, especially if they can keep up the revenue and earnings growth. But Greenlane Renewables is not far behind. And after some research and watching some videos on YouTube and doing my own due diligence everywhere else, I've noticed that Greenlane Renewables is technically on sale compared to Xebec. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna hold both. So this week, I'm gonna be buying some shares of Greenlane Renewables. I'm gonna be buying my first position at a $1,000 block, and then going forward, depending on what the share price does, I will be investing more. Same with Xebec. If the share price dips again below $8.65, which is where I bought my last $1,000 chunk of it, I will be buying more into that. This is a part of your portfolio that is future focused, that is energy focused, that is, honestly, people call this an energy. I think this is a consumer staple kind of stock. Consumers need energy. Consumers need power. The world and business needs power. And this has been a very clear direction from the world in which way we're going to take it. That's why I am so bullish on Xebec and Greenlane, because they are addressing a market that is ripe for disruption. And it's not only right for disruption, the governments and the people and the mindsets and the emotions of the world are wanting these companies to disrupt. So I am going into Greenlane Renewables, I'm going into Xebec, and guys, they take dirty energy and they make it into renewable energy. They take energy that was going to be lost and they make it into energy that can be used, and they're with a very small carbon footprint. If you want to be a responsible investor, if you want to be an investor that makes money, if you want to be an investor that's playing current trends of the future and going forward and playing a emerging industry as opposed to a dying one, I have no idea why you wouldn't want to be in these stocks. At least that's my mind point. That's what I saw. That's what I think. That's what I researched and found out. These companies are growing at an exceptional rate. And I'm going to get in on it. I hope you guys get in on it too. So do your research, do your due diligence on the companies. Make sure to look up the revenues. Make sure to look up their profit. Make sure to see their liabilities compared to on their balance sheet. Do your due diligence. Come back to the channel. Tell me what you find out. This is a learning experience for you guys. It's a learning experience for me. I'm excited to make my money work for me and support these businesses and get them the exposure they need to really make a difference in the world. I'm gonna make some money off it, which is great because who doesn't like money? But I hope you guys can make money off it even more. So that's it for today's episode. Financial Forecaster. Hit that like and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you next time when I talk about how much I spent on TAT shares last week. It was a big buy for me. So until next time, Financial Forecaster out.